everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi there, my name's Sabrina Clarke and I like to upload lifestyle and apparently beauty videos to my channel every Sunday. The past 2 weeks I have not uploaded because I have been really busy with work and or spending time with my family, so I didn't get the chance to upload. I hope you can forgive me for that. But I'm back again with another video this Sunday, and I've done, as you can probably tell by the title bar below, a nice summer look. This is super light, super wearable, super kind of fresh, but I've kind of glammed it up slash evening wear it up by adding a darker lip and lots of highlight. Usually I don't have this much highlight on during the day if I wear a summer look, but all of the components are the same. BB cream, translucent powder, a little bit of concealer, mascara, and highlight. That's basically it. If you would like to see how I got this summertime look, basically my everyday makeup routine in the summertime, then please keep on watching. So first, I'm gonna start off with a bare face and go to step 1, which is a mattifying primer. And this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer. I like to apply this using my hands. I'll just put some on my fingertips and focus it mostly around my T-zone, which is where I get oily first and which is where I want to make sure stays matte the longest. So I take it on my fingertips like that. And I'll focus it in my T-zone first and then go to spread it out over the rest of my face. For my face, I like to use just this Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream. I use this in the shade Deep, and it's basically a very nice, light, sheer tint BB cream. And I like to use this again by applying some on my fingertips quite generously, and then I'll spread it out with my fingers, and then go in and just make sure that I blended everything out using a face brush. Now that that is all buffed, I'm going to take my NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder, which is just a translucent powder, and I'm going to set my entire face. So I'll just open this powder, and there's already some in the cap, if you can tell, but I'm going to pour just a little bit more in. Because I really like to be set. Here we go, going in with the concealer. And I like to make sure that I put it pretty high up underneath my eye because I don't like the entire triangle situation that I do in the rest of the year, because in the summertime I feel like that is where I get oily really fast, and if I just lighten up underneath it, directly underneath my eye rather than all the way around my eye, I will be able to avoid kind of losing product early. Now that underneath my eyes, directly underneath my eyes are highlighted, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. In the summertime, I don't really like to have a lot of product in my eyebrows. I tend to just clean them up with tweezers and do them myself, and then I'll just fill them in ever so lightly, whereas during the year, especially in the fall and winter, I like to have bolder brows. So what I do is just brush the hairs up, brush them up, and then I will direct them with the spoolie in the way that I like them to be shaped. That way, half the job is already done, and all I do is go in with my good old H&M Beauty solid black pencil and ever so lightly put in product. Okay. And then I will go back through with the spoolie and make sure that everything is set before I set them. Now that my brows are done and have been put on very lightly, as I might add, I'm going to go onto the rest of the face and lightly contour, very lightly, and then do the main event, which is highlight. Super excited for that. The palette that I like to use for my contour and highlighting, if you don't already know, is this. It is the amazing Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, and it is filled with 3 amazing colors. This color on the right is the contour palette, the one in the middle is what they call the sculpt palette, and the one on this side here is the highlight. They're all labeled as such, and I've done many of cutaways on them before, so I'll just input one of those there. Highlight's getting away from me. And you may be wondering, Sabrina, why aren't you setting your under eye highlight yet? Well, because I like to set the entire face together. I don't know, I just do. It's what I do. Don't judge. I'm gonna go in with this highlight shade on the end here, this goldy one, using my MAC 227. This is a special edition brush, but I believe you can still purchase the 227 brush. And once again, I take the center of the brush, the very center of it, dip it in the product, tap off some excess, and go directly in on it, and just continue to shade up and down the area that I would like. Since my highlight is quite subtle at the moment, I'm gonna layer it up until it is as glowy as I would like it. The next highlight color I'm going to use is from this Lancome palette, and it is called the Color Design palette with Sensational Effects eyeshadow, a blush, and the Destination, I think this is in the shade, this palette is in the shade Destination Sunshine. So I'm going to take this blush color that they have on the end here and use that as my highlight. So I'm going to go back in with 2 of the brushes I've just used, the Sephora powder brush and the Expert face brush, and go in and blend that out because harsh lines suck. You want to have a really nice highlight that looks naturally dewy, but nothing too intense. So first I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just pat it out before I go in with the Sephora brush and dust some of it away. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. Dust the excess away. And then go in with the Expert Face Brush. And help pat the product in. For the last step in the highlighting process, I'm going to be taking this LORAC Pro Palette and using one of the shimmery shades. Now this palette comes with 16 lovely shades that are pretty neutral, and I've been obsessed with this palette since I bought it last year. And I'm just going to be going in with this light bronze color right here next to the gold, this one. And I'm going to put that on directly on the apples of my cheeks. That way it gives kind of an ombre effect from the lightest shade in the center to a middle goldy shade to the Destination Sunshine from the Lancome palette on the outside. So it's kind of like a bronzy highlight situation going on. You may think it's a little excessive, but I like to use a lot of highlighters in the summertime. Note, I do not wear this many highlighters every single day in the summer. This is just for a special occasion, like a graduation party, for example. So, going back in with that highlight color and lighting myself to the good Lord Jesus. Amen. Ooh. Okay, I think we've achieved almost perfection. We're so highlighty. Now I'm gonna go back in and set the entire face with the same NYX Transluscent Powder. I'm just gonna tap it straight into the product now. In the summertime, I don't really like to do too much with my eyes, so I'm just going to take the same contour shade from this palette, use it in my crease for definition purposes, and then I'm going to take this nude eye kohl from Wet n Wild, put that in my waterline, apply some mascara, and be all done. For all that, however, I'm going to set down my brows because I don't want them to be astray. The two mascaras that I've been loving as a combination have been the L'Oreal Luminous Waterproof and the Lash Sensational Luscious by Maybelline. Woo! So this is basically the finished eye look, nothing too intense. On the inner corner, I did press with my fingers some of the highlight shade because I'm obsessed with it, if you couldn't tell already. But here is just what the entire look is. I don't really like to put too much on my lips during the summertime, but if I do, I've recently been wearing two colors from ColourPop. One of them is Tulle and the other is Beeper. Yes, this is Tulle. Tulle is kind of like a pinky nude. It's more like a berry pink with like a hint of nudeness in it. So if I were going to a graduation party, for example, in the evening time, this is what the finished look would be. I've got a darker lip because that's just what I like in the nighttime. And I think it's super dewy. Not dewy, but like just glowy, like a controlled glow. But I know that my nose is going to stay matte for most of the night, most of the day, however long I'm wearing it. And if not, I can always touch it up with some more translucent powder because as you can see, I'm kind of addicted to it. That is it for this video. I already said that, but I'm recording a new outro just because I feel like it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Leave a comment for me if you want to, and all of my social media will be linked down below, as well as every single product that I've used in this video. I hope you have enjoyed again, and I hope to see you next week between the hours of 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Bye! I love you.